Good evening and welcome to the Nevis Newscast. Today is Wednesday, June 24th, 2015. I am your presenter, Bronte Swanston Hendrickson. Minister of Foreign Affairs and Nevis's Deputy Premier, the Honourable Mark Brantley, says the government of St. Kitts and Nevis looks forward to working with the Federal Republic of Germany to make the relationship between the two countries as strong as possible. Today, Minister Brantley welcomed His Excellency Lutz Jurgens to the island as the German ambassador to Trinidad, Barbados and the OECS paid a courtesy call on the minister at his Bath Hotel office.
I'm very happy that I can welcome him to the warmth of Nevis, because when I was in Berlin it was rather cold, and so I'm happy that he's here. We look forward to having some good discussions, as we tend to do. There are some issues, I think, of mutual interest which we would like to discuss, but for my purposes I want you to enjoy yourself here, sir. Welcome to our little country and our little island of Nevis, my own island from whence I come, and I'm very happy that we can see you not only in your capital but also in our capital as well. So we welcome you and we trust and hope that you have a wonderful stay while you're here, and that you mix a little pleasure with work, and so that you get to go to the hot springs again and do all the things that we have to offer. So thank you very much for coming, and we look forward to continuing to strengthen the relationship between Germany and St. Kitts and Nevis.
Ambassador Jurgens, who was chaperoned by Assistant Secretary in the Premier's Ministry, Angela Scarborough, is visiting the island for the second time.
Half a year ago, I arrived here after having presented my credentials to the Governor-General in Bastia on a day off, and I took a bath, and it's wonderful to be back at the Bath Hotel today. And I also saw some of the wonderful nature you have on Nevis. And now I will discuss with the Deputy Premier and Foreign Minister, whom I had the great honor and pleasure to meet in Berlin at a ministers' conference 3 months ago, how we can develop even further the inflow of German tourists to Nevis. And I'm just happy to be here, and I'm already making plans to come again later this year.
Following the meeting, Minister Brantley told the Nevis Newscast that he took the opportunity to raise two matters of critical concern: the recent EU blacklisting of St. Kitts and Nevis, which he said is entirely inconsistent with the Federation's efforts to engage positively and cooperatively with the international community, including the European Union, on tax matters. He said St. Kitts and Nevis has already signed 25 tax information exchange treaties, many with EU countries. In addition, the OECD Global Forum has done reviews of St. Kitts and Nevis and found the country to be substantially compliant. Minister Brantley said he also raised the issue of the position taken by the Dominican Republic in relation to its deportation of persons of Haitian descent born in the Dominican Republic. The ambassador promised to raise both issues with his government and with the European Union. Premier of Nevis, the Honourable Vance Amory, says coming out of the Charlestown Accord is a greater cohesion between the federal government and the Nevis Island administration. The Charlestown Accord is an agreement which speaks to the framework of the operation of St. Kitts and Nevis under the National Unity Government.
There is one Minister of Foreign Affairs, Honourable Mark Brantley, who sits in the Nevis administration as the Deputy Premier, and in the federal government as the Minister of Foreign Affairs, a very important position to hold. And it's not just a title, it is in fact a position which provides the people of Nevis with representation.
Premier Amory says the arrangement provides for a much more dynamic and collaborative approach to governance and relationships with the international community.
That clearly is one of those advantages which we think is going to bear fruit for the people of Nevis and will provide for the Federation a type of representation which is going to be profitable and which will be focused and which will ensure that St. Kitts and Nevis, even if there are challenges in the marketplace, will be able to deal with them in a manner which is professional, a manner which is effective.
Premier Amory, who also serves as senior minister in the federal government, made the remarks in a recent address to members of the Nevis division of the St. Kitts and Nevis Chamber of Industry and Commerce. The St. Kitts and Nevis economy has grown about 6% annually over the last 2 years, becoming the strongest in the Caribbean region by far, the International Monetary Fund (IMF) said Monday. Macroeconomic conditions improved significantly over 2013 and 2014. The economy recorded 2 years of strong growth, averaging about 6% per year, the strongest in the region by far, the IMF said in a statement. A team from the IMF visited the country from June 8th to 19th to conduct the 2015 Article 4 consultation and the first post-program monitoring review. The team found that employment expanded by 23% over the 2 years, while inflation has remained low. The outlook for 2015 remains positive, although the pace of expansion is expected to moderate to about 4.5%, the IMF said. St. Kitts and Nevis is at a turning point where it has the opportunity to establish itself on a sustainable long-term growth path. This will require difficult decisions and careful choices to preserve the hard-earned gains, the IMF said. Coming up,
are you positive?
Are you negative?
Know your status.
The details after this break. Welcome back. As the fight against AIDS continues, the Ministry of Health here on Nevis aims to realize a vision of zero new infections, zero discrimination, and zero AIDS-related deaths. As a result, regional testing has become a significant event on the ministry's calendar. This year marks the 8th year of commemorating Regional Testing Day across the Caribbean. In an interview with Shavani Nisbet, host of NTV's Health Matters, HIV Program Coordinator Nadine Carty-Keynes explains the process for the upcoming Regional Testing Day.
Okay, if a person comes to a Regional Testing Day, they come to the Education Information Desk. Right. They're given a number.
Okay.
Once a counselor is free and their number is called, then they go and they see that counselor.
Okay.
That counselor goes through the whole process with them, the pre-counseling. Then they're sent to the lab with their the lab sheet.
On-site lab.
The on-site lab. The lab is on-site, and the blood is drawn there on site, and then the results are ran, and then the lab tech will then send back the result to that counselor. Now this whole process is coded. The only person who knows that this code is attached to that person's name is the counselor, because that's the only person who can give you the code.
Okay.
So there's no way to link you to that code.
Carty-Keynes emphasizes that the testing is confidential, and she encourages younger persons to know their status. Nisbet, who is also the Health Promotion Unit's health educator, also encourages persons to get tested.
come on out on the 26th of June 2015. It's our regional testing day. This will be held across the street from Best Buy in the Ministry of Health parking lot. The event starts at 9 a.m. and ends at 3:30 p.m. Everyone come and get tested. Are you positive?
Are you negative?
Know your status.
Nevis will host the 19th annual general meeting of the Port Management Association of the Caribbean, PMAC, in June 2016. The announcement comes from Oral Brandy, General Manager of the Nevis Air and Seaports Authority, NASPA. He recently attended PMAC's 18th annual general meeting, which was held in Suriname.
The objectives of PMAC have to do with helping ports in the region to improve their efficiency, and they do so by way of training and the sharing of information, including other technical assistance. This meeting saw port managers and other executive officers from throughout the region and beyond.
The General Manager says the decision to host PMAC's 19th AGM on Nevis was made at this year's meeting in Suriname. He says there are benefits to Nevis hosting the meeting, and the Nevis Air and Seaports Authority is looking forward to doing so.
Nevis stands to benefit tremendously from this meeting. It's one in which Nevis would be exposed a great deal, exposed not only by the number of delegates that will be present, but also the publications thereafter. We are looking forward to hosting this meeting. It's a meeting that we first hosted in 2004. And 12 years after, this meeting has grown much in the number of delegates, and also it has improved much in its sophistication.
PMAC has as its mission to foster operational and financial efficiency and to enhance the level of service to the mutual benefit of Caribbean ports and their stakeholders through the sharing of experience, training, information, and ideas. The Social Services Department's Single Parents Support Group yesterday, Tuesday, June 23rd, presented a monetary contribution to Glenda Maynard, spouse of Raymond Maynard of Hannes Road. While delivering remarks at the handing over ceremony, Coordinator Grace Manners explained that the donation is the group's effort to assist with his medical expenses.
We are at the home of Raymond Maynard, a sick patient of the community. Now we are here to make a presentation to him.
Representative of the Single Parents Support Group, Rhonda Forbes, outlined the objectives of the Single Parents Support Group and gave some background.
One of our main objectives, along with other objectives, is that we assist children of single parent homes. And not only that, we also assist the sick and the needy in the community. That's why we are here today.
Forbes explained that the group also facilitates a variety of training sessions. She encouraged the public to participate and support the activities.
So we want to invite the general public as well. When we are having our fundraising, please support our fundraising efforts, because we are living in a world that today you might be well, tomorrow you might not be too well. And so it could be today for me and it may be tomorrow for you. So help us to help you.
Gloria Pemberton, a member of the group, presented the donation to Glenda Maynard, who thanked the group and the Social Services Department for the contribution.
On behalf of my husband, Raymond Maynard, I would like to say thank you to the Single Parent Support Group of the Social Services Department, and I really appreciate this on behalf of my entire family.
Also present at the ceremony was member of the Single Parents Support Group, Lydia Lawrence. That's it for tonight's edition of the Nevis Newscast. I am Bronte Swanston Hendrickson. Thank you for viewing. Good night.